Peggy 18.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of the Banner Saga 3 here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host Max. On this episode, we will continue in the city of Arberrang, which is currently being besieged by all the dredge which were able to migrate down south to the capital, and well, because we have so many of the walls breached by some of the super powerful dredge, this is gonna be really interesting. So maybe we're gonna see some engagements, maybe we're gonna see some diplomacy, who knows. But first of all, we're gonna have to go and see what Hakon has to tell us. Rook, when you catch up to Deef, she's already mid-argument with Hakon and Fasalt. Deef, for this to work, we need to cooperate. Hakon, slow down. Stop shouting at me, woman. Fasalt, you've been around them too long, Hakon. Why are we even listening to this? Deef, gods. You're all starting to sound like Ruggas. Don't you get it? We either work together or we die. What is this even about? Hear her out. She's earned that much. Ease up, Adif, and begin again. Let's go with the second one. Hear her out. She's earned that much. Fasalt, she expects the Varl to be her beast of burden. Adif, I'm not asking anyone to lower themselves. Just work to our strengths. Look, Ruin's shredding the walls with some kind of thrown anchor. We can't reach him from here. It made me think of something Ruggas said. Everything you throw at me comes back twice as hard. If the Varl gathered every oil barrel we can find in Arberrang and bring them here, we can wrap them up in netting. The next time Ruin hurls its anchor into the wall, Horseborn race along the top and drop the netting around it. And Ruin pulls the barrels back onto herself. Herself? What does that gain us? I think I see where you're going with this. We'll gather every archer we can find. Adif, Ursa and the other archers can organize a volley of flaming arrows down on her and boom. Rook, will that be enough? Adif, I don't know, but it beats standing here measuring our loyalties. Fasalt, sounds to me like a lot of things really ready to go wrong. The Varl are not great lovers of fire, if you've forgotten. Fasalt, why haul barrels when we could meet the Sunder on the field of battle? Would Yonder have lowered himself like this in great wars? Hakon, I won't lie, the battlefield calls to me. Adif, why are you Varl so obsessed with rushing off to battle? Ever since Fasalt showed up, you've been acting like you've got a death wish. Hakon. Fasalt, bah, this one. You think we are just large men with simple minds. I've been alive for hundreds of your years. You rushed around fearing for your short lives like babies calling for their mothers. How we live is more important than how long. It is why Einatorth was so important. It is why we should have made a stand there instead of fleeing for our sake of men. Hakon, Fasalt is poor diplomat, but he's not wrong. I do not want to eke out a few weeks, a few more days covering behind a wall. I do not want to carry barrels when I could die with a blade in my hand. We are the last of our kind. We are Varl. Just do us this favor and you'll have your fight, I promise. Idiot. Use your head, don't throw your life away. Help us and you'll have half our remaining supplies for your Varl. We'll manage with less. This is interesting. So I'm not really sure the first option would do. And insulting the King of Varl will also not help us. Maybe I really need to sacrifice the provisions. Warriors do fight poorly on an empty stomach. Basalt, what are you saying? Hey Khan, I'm saying I'm starving. A good meal followed by a good fight. A good note to end on. You really have become soft as baby's ass, hey Khan, says Basalt. Hey Khan, we'll gather the oil barrels and return quickly. Don't get comfortable telling me what to do. Basalt shakes his head in disgust. Hey Khan notices. And whatever you do, don't let that fence of toothpicks fall before we're back. Okay, I am interested to see how this will work. We have 4 days worth of provisions. Unfortunately, I'm not really sure how many provisions. Yeah, I cannot purchase anything. And with the fact that Arberrang is completely cut off and we have no way of getting additional provisions, I don't think we're gonna be able to last that much longer. So I'm not gonna wait or rest up. If we have injured people, which we do, damn it, I should really rest up one day. If I rest for 1 day, it's gonna reduce my provisions. However, our heroes are now healed, except of one of the horseborn, but I can live with that. So let's go see what happens at the gates. Skatash gallops to you, breathing hard, gesturing quickly. You gather that Dredge are assaulting from the front gates all the way down to the water's edge. The Sunder is just going to brute force the wall. Adif says, topple the whole thing and this will become a killing field. Bad news from our clansmen, Aloe adds. Many dead or missing, some to Dredge, others to Bedlam. Could have been worse, but it's all going wrong since the Sunder showed up. Terrified villagers scream at the sight of Dredge breaching the wall, and mobs of people crush together trying to escape in any direction they can. Gather anyone who can hold a weapon, you shout. We travel down the wall, pushing back the Dredge until those barrels are ready. And this is gonna mean I'm gonna be facing off a ton of Dredge, and we do not have Varl, if I understand that correctly, which is gonna be horrible because I don't think I have leveled up that many of my warriors. And if they're gonna be Dredge, which have 22 points of strength and 19 armor or such, this is gonna be a massacre. Okay, so we obviously see that the walls are being breached. Get ready, you shout. Dredge continue to slip through gashes in the wall like dark blood from an oozing wound. Be smart about it and don't get reckless. We clear them out here, then move on to the next breach. Yeah, as I assumed, we are completely out of all of our Varl, which is pretty damn problematic considering the fact that they are the front line, which I would prefer to work with. If we're gonna have humans, this is gonna be a massacre. Sure, let's take 1 horseborn, so 2 archers. 2 horseborn. I'm really thinking that maybe I should switch Ursa for someone else. Let's do this. Theoretically, can we give you a different trinket? Let's give you this. I'm trying to think who has like a meaning to upgrade, because lately when I have been increasing the levels of the heroes, the only thing which allowed me to do or or I was able to do was basically put points into either the armor or the strength, but here I see that I will not be able to go higher with the strength, so this is gonna be kind of interesting. We do have 6 points which I can invest. Let's try to increase her armor. If I promote you, that's gonna cost me 19 points. Let's do it like this. Do have points available. I should theoretically only do this for those who I'm taking with me. I cannot promote you. And even if I would try to promote you, I'm not really sure if you're gonna allow me to increase anything besides the will points. So this is gonna be annoying, but it's gonna allow me to equip the Mine Elves Arberrang, so hopefully that's gonna do at least something. Okay, well, let's see what this is gonna look like. Ah, god damn it. The thunder is going to keep tearing holes in the wall. One thing at a time. Dredge first. Okay, we are going against 2 of the bigger ones and 3 ranged attackers. Can theoretically try to form like a shield wall of some sorts, but I need to be careful as to how I try to attack these guys, because they can actually do that wave attack which can tear through our defenses. So I'm not really sure how much do I want to group up my party together. And I'm not really sure how much can I approach them without them being able to do the first attack. So let's try to get some will points in here. And we should be able to attack the first dredge here. Fingers crossed. Okay, 9 points of armor. That's pretty decent. I'll just have to move Canary away or she's gonna have some serious issues. He is out of range. 1 more and he can attack. So let's go and try to reduce their armor as much as possible. This is gonna be tricky. Okay, that leaves him with 10 points of strength. Damn it, now if we try to attack them, they're gonna do the poison ability or whatever the hell it is that they do. Let's try to stop him. Okay, that was beautiful. Actually, the arrow did manage to hit a bunch of targets. I'm gonna move you over here in order to prevent them to attack Rook. But that was definitely bad. Definitely bad. Let's try to use the fail and see how much damage can we deal. If they're gonna toss the explosive stones here, then we're gonna run into some serious trouble. This is one of the big guys down. Let's try to move you closer towards the stone throwers. That did not go well. So far they are ignoring the Horseborn, which is shocking to me. Let's move you over here so that you are able to actually do an attack. This can be bad. Oh, okay, you use the ability instead of actually attacking me, which is weird. So all these stone throwers are moving around. This is gonna be kind of annoying to try and chase them down. We are taking the damage because he is casting the ability. The Div has been taken down. We still have the will points. Nice deflect there. Let's try to take out the big guy. That should theoretically give us some willpower to work with. That's another dredge down. That's even Rook down, so that's a injury which I'm gonna have to deal with. Yep. Fortunately, we should be able to clear out these remaining dredge. Three points of strength, 4 points of strength. It doesn't look like they're gonna be receiving any reinforcements, thankfully, because that would be just bad. But I'm not really sure how many engagements we're gonna be facing along the walls. It can be 5, it can be 20, who knows? I mean, the entire town is being besieged. And unfortunately, I did not put any of the will points back after I killed all the dredge. So we have at least 3 injuries. Yeah, that's gonna suck. 12 points of renown. I do wonder if I will have opportunity to somehow gather supplies. Your numb arms remind you of a chopping lumber backing score, but this with more blood and fear involved. Other men fill in the gaps where you move on. Holding the dredge at bay is easier work than pushing them back. More trouble further down the wall beckons, and there is no time to rest. This is actually why I'm happy we did rest up before we head out, so that we have at least good morale. Because if I would have to deal with this whole situation with poor morale, this would be totally bad. The sight of a mender surprises you. They've emerged from their libraries and are weaving patterns in the air to repair the splintering wood. It looks like dangerous work. How can we help? A thief shouts up to one standing on rubble, trying to wrestle away a shredded log. He speaks softly but makes it clear that they need replacement wood and stone to patch the damage. It may be dangerous for us to linger long, Petrus tells you, pointing out to some watching from a distance. Other houses waiting to see what you do, making plans of their own. Do as much as you can at the walls. Send word to the caravan to get clansmen involved in the repairs. Yeah, we can do that. Before long, familiar faces arrive carrying fresh building supplies. You reluctantly leave them in harm's way and continue onward, but the cause is worthy. You hope it pays off for everyone's eventually. I really hate the fact that I do not have any borrow. My men are spread too thin, too much going on. Look at the horizon, so many just standing around watching. Other houses, they're waiting for us to fall before they step in. Damn it, where are those barrels? Looks like there's gonna be another engagement. I'm not really sure you can use the wood from these houses to fix the wooden walls. A mob of dangerous size is gathering ahead at the harbor. You can see the bobbing mass of ships lurching from the harbor, heavy with people. Petrus swears, if sailing away was an option, we would have done it by now. The seas are poisoned like everything else around here, spits Petrus. No doubt the serpent's blood. It chews away the wood, and the fish are dead. There's nothing out there but death. You're just going to let them break up the crowd for deserters. Force Petrus to stop the ships and take them apart for lumber. Seems like an interesting idea, but then we would lose Petrus probably. But I think I'm gonna go for it. Petrus reluctantly gives the order. Many hopeful passengers, desperate or drunk, unwillingly back down to the city guards. Eventually, Petrus' men give up trying to stop all the ships from departing, but manage to pull aside few for lumber to help reinforce the walls. You move on, worried that you're already taking too much time here. Yeah, one day worth of supplies is gonna be bad. How is it possible that we are not fighting here? And why are there so many of them not doing anything? I mean, goddammit, help! Seriously, if these walls are gonna be breached, you are all gonna get massacred. Families, elderly, and children are still pressed up against the walls in staggering numbers, with no room to spread out. They're caught in the midst of the marauding dredge. We can't just leave them to tend for themselves, Adif says. You wonder what choice you have. Leave your own fighters to protect as many people as possible. Strike hard at the dredge, slaying as many as you can. Call those nearby to get behind your shields. I'm not really sure. Yeah, probably we're gonna have to fight. You charge onto the nearest startled dredge, executing them before they can coordinate. Unarmed, townsfolk scatter away from the fighting as best they can, and you move on before more dredge come. Okay, that worked out. At least one correct decision has been made. But seriously, stop gathering like this and helps do something. I don't know. Grab a bow, even if you don't know how to shoot. Splitting up your time between helping people and fighting dredge is taking its toll, but something else feels wrong. A different kind of wrong. Petrus slows you with a hand on your shoulder. Remember those powerful men in Arberrang we talked about? I think they've decided to make their move. This is the one everyone's so afraid of, sneers a man with a face tattoo. You remember seeing him amongst Ruggas loyalists. A few dozen grizzled fighters have blades drawn, and you noticed they were the crest of many different houses. Dogs, leave them to me, Petrus says, mustering his guards. Rugga still is all over this. Go make him end this now, or it'll keep happening. Do whatever it takes. I'll get to Rugga after I deal with this myself. Don't go easy on them, Petrus. Yeah, let's put Petrus to work with it, and we can move on because we really need to deal with the trash first. Petrus nods. Oh, I won't believe me. I've been waiting for this. So, why are we back over here? Can we get any provisions? God damn it. Class of Clan, the Blackfish. Trying to look if some of these have anything. Sewing Dart, +3 axe talents, +10 dodge strength, +1 movement. That seems pretty interesting. We do have the renown and we cannot purchase any provisions, so what do you want from me? Let's go talk to Rugga. Rook, you crash furiously through Rugga's cell door, grabbing his full attention. This has to end now. Rook, there are people dying by the minute to sunder, the walls falling as we speak, and still your clansmen fight against us. Rugga, I don't deserve all the credit. There are many players in this game. Rook, this is not a fan board game. From what feels far away, bells toll above the din of the carnage outside. Adif, what are those bells? Rugga, tradition. A shame I didn't get to see the blue smoke that goes with it. I've been dreaming of this day. Meinolf finally dead. Sounds like you need me now, more than ever. Adif, are you kidding me? You've lost your only. Why should we even let you live now? Rugga, last Meinolf died days ago. He just doesn't know it. That poison had no cure. When I learned the menders were forbidden from touching the mind, I found a suitable venom. He died in his sleep, dreaming of the most horrific vision, or so I've been told. You vicious son of a bitch, says Adif. Rugga, have you ever witnessed a city turn hungrily upon itself, like a starving wolf eating its own cubs? Have you witnessed the rape, slaughter, and torture of thousands, the sound and the smell of it? I have. Oh, and when the chaos spills over the edge, there is no cure, just like Meinolf. Should I die, you will see those things for yourself, I promise you that. So maybe now you will listen carefully to what I want. Only if your followers raise a hand to help instead of hunting us. No, you're going to listen to me now. You know what? I don't have time for this. Yeah, we're gonna punch his dumbass. You don't pull your punch. Rugga's head swings back as if on a hinge. He's no longer smiling. Do you know why I do this? Do what, you piece of trash? Deceive? Leech on mankind? Rugga, why I speak on behalf of the people you despise so much. Why I have always done so. Because they will always be here, no matter how hard you pretend they don't exist. There is nothing more infuriating or terrifying than not being heard. So they gave me their power. I am the will of the people. As long as that's true, you can't brush me aside. I will always be here. You've poisoned enough minds for one lifetime. Stay here and rot. You won't come back from this. We can kill him. Leave without a response. This is difficult. I definitely don't have an issue killing him. I really am regretting not being able to kill him during the second game. But I'm kind of afraid that if I were to kill him, that is gonna cause a lot of issues. What would be a good option? Let's just keep him imprisoned. We'll see which of us ends up rotting first. You don't like the implications as you call for extra guards on the cell. An excited man runs to meet you. They're ready with the barrels, he shouts. And we have 0 provisions left, which is worst case scenario, because after this, our great morale is gonna go to the island called Bye-Bye. So, oh man, let's go talk to the prince. Rook, Ludin, there you are. I wasn't sure where you went after the bells. I was with him when he died. He did not go easily. Rook, you get the distinct feeling their time together was strained. I thought we should clear the air about Ursa. Ludin being the king now? Ludin, believe me, I've been thinking of little else since we arrived. But if you're worried about me seizing control, don't be. As far as I'm concerned, nothing changes. Your banner is yours. The Varl and Horseborn make their own decisions. If you'd like, we can discuss it further. Ludin waits quietly for your response. I'm sorry your father has passed, so you're just giving up your birthright? What do you intend to do now? Let's go with that. I still have some privileges as Magnolf's sons. I intend to use them. When they learned of the darkness, my father ordered every mentor in Manor to Arberrang. They still answer to me. I intend to find a solution that will protect us from the darkness. Rook, how's that going? Like a fat man coming from the mead hall. Slow and stumbling, says Ludin. The Menders are little more than bricklayers and nurses, to be honest. The Valka are another story, but they all stayed in Manor against my father's wishes. Nobody knows what they've been up to, but I hope our goals are the same. We can't exactly go and check. Rook. Still, at least someone is working on it. Ludin waits quietly for your response. I'm sorry your father passed? I suppose I am as well. I know that sounds strange. There was always a sharp edge to him. He wanted to be a ruler, not a leader. If you can catch the difference. I always remembered this feeling he'd give me. That he truly believed he deserved to rule men. I think passing it down to me was just a way to continue glorifying himself. Rook, was his change of heart with the refugees a surprise to you? Ludin, was it real change of heart, or did he hope it would encourage me to take the crown? I don't know. Doesn't matter. I've chosen my own path. So you're just giving up your birthright? Ludin, not long ago there was no such thing. We still cling to these banners because men follow deeds, not blood. My father wanted to change that. I've come to disagree. Don't look so surprised, Rook. It's just that you had a certain reputation, Prince Ludin. What changed? Traveling with you, Rook. Seeing how people live. I know it sounds cliché. For a long time I was jealous of how others looked to you instead of me, but over time, what kind of sane person wants to appoint themselves as the one to tell others how they should live? You did it out of necessity, not privilege. It's a burden I don't envy anymore. Never feels like we've changed until we look back at what idiots we used to be. Ursa, some of us anyway. Ludin, but we've all been through some changes, haven't we? Ludin waits quietly. Yeah, let's just cut off the conversation. I'm glad you found me. Though, it was good to talk. Listen, even if I wanted to rule now, it would be a struggle. Arberrang needs fewer struggles, not more. And fewer people trying to rule. What about when this is all over? Arberrang still needs a leader. Ludin, I'll consider leadership another time maybe. It will be the decision of the people, and right now they look to you. The smart ones anyway, adds Ursa. Ludin, let me worry about the Menders for now. It sounded like they are ready to go against Ruin. I'll gladly stand with you in the fight if you need me. We both. Rook, you imagine a resemblance between the two you hadn't seen before, but you leave it unsaid. You turn your thoughts to the battle to come. I would really love to get some additional provisions, but that is just not gonna work. So, let us go and see if the barrels will work. Nets have been wrapped around the barrels of oil, and horseborn wait at the ready, prepared to deliver them at the moment's notice. Skatash trots nervously atop the walls. That must be every oil barrel in the city, Adif says, looking at the full nets. Couldn't have gotten half this many without the varl. Ursa is preparing several archers with flaming arrows. She looks the happiest you've ever seen her. Let's hope this works, she says. The anchor comes again, a dark streak. The horseborn are already gone, pulling along the netting where the obsidian hook punches through the wall. They leave the barrels over top, the net catches, and it pulls back towards ruin. Now, shouts Ursa. Licks the fire flame through the air like fireflies buzzing into the night, gently floating down. An explosion rips into the battlefield, rattling the earth and engulfing the thunder, blowing dirt and dust into the sky. Cheers erupt spontaneously all the way down the walls. Even the dredge have stopped their assault to watch. Is it done, you wonder? As the dust finally thins, you see ruin rising, staggering, cheering dies in throats. She's wounded, Adif cries. We have to finish it now. Come, you hear shouted from the ground below. Canary flings her hair back and smiles. Her horseborn look ready to run. We go quickly. Adif stifles an ecstatic gasp when she realizes what Canary intends. You scramble onto horseborn backs, soon finding yourself racing through hordes of dredge you would have crashed against on foot. But the dredge come in endless waves, eventually slowing you to crawl. They surround you from all sides until you can see our black stone and yellow eyes. Over your shoulder, you hear the heavy clang of metal on back armor, and the varl shove past their fire in their eyes. Up, hunter! We'll find the path this time, Hakon crowns. Then over the din of battle, a dumbing rhythm draws your attention. To your right, a cloud of dust is rising, approaching swiftly until it collides with the army of dredge, tossing bodies into the air. Okay, now if we can actually take I really want to switch this to the axe trinket. So this should definitely help him out. And we do have points which we can give you, but even if I were to promote you, Hakon, I'm not really sure how much help it would be. You know what, let's take 2 Varl, 2 archers, and 2 horseborn, and see if we can deal some damage. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Damn, this must have been quite the explosion. It's actually funny to think that the dredge would require an actual tent. They don't look like the kind that would spend time sleeping. We need to make sure to avoid the fire with Varl. And this is gonna be super annoying to navigate through. Okay, ready or not, here we go. What in the depths was that? we getting reinforcements? It looks like...
I haven't swung a hammer in a century. But that doesn't mean I have forgotten how!
It's Uben! Seriously, how the hell is it possible that you are able to get a narrator for one person, but not for the rest of them? What the hell? Okay, I'm trying to find a best path to follow without actually going into the damn flames. I'm not really sure what's happening here, but I don't like it. I hope I'm wrong, but legends speak of thunder that can heal itself. Awesome. Can you deal some damage to this damn thing? She's healing. Break that barrier. How the hell am I supposed to do that from here? I don't like this because the 22 points of strength are ridiculously scary. Damn it! Did not realize this is a close-ranged. Horseborn, but okay. Let's try to retreat. I'm gonna try to use Uben here in order to get rid of some of the strength. I really hate these creepy crawlies. Okay, I really hate the fact that she is trying to move through the fire, but I feel like I'm gonna have to do this. So that has done something to the barrier, but how much damage has that done, I'm not really sure. Okay, so we have mostly forces on this flank, but unless we are gonna be able to move forward, this debris is troubling. We're not gonna be able to help out, and they have these superior numbers in here. Unfortunately, that did not work well because Cannery has been KO'd. I don't think you are gonna be able to attack anyone. Try to kill this thing. Leaving it at 1 strength should reduce the chances it's gonna do any damage. Yeah, you need to move away, huh? "12 points of strength, that's still pretty damn bad. "6 points of strength left. Try to move you towards the stone throwers. This isn't bad because if he throws the explosive somewhere where I don't want them to be, that's gonna cause a bunch of issues. Yeah, that was bad. I need to move away from the explosive stones. Please don't tell me you're gonna go through the fire, damn it. "2 points of strength remaining. I really need to move him away from the explosive rock. Okay, cannot move him because he is done. the armor by half. Really need to make sure. Damn it! This thing is super annoying. Hakon has become almost unusable thanks to one attack from that thing. So almost no armor on this stone thrower. But with 2 points of strength, yeah, he's done. I really need to move Morg somehow out of that corner. He's gonna go after. God damn it! I hate that thing so damn much. No, it's too damn far away. I cannot guarantee where the hell it's gonna go, but if it's gonna try to move through here, really hoping that those arrows are gonna land. Nice deflect. Unfortunately, with 2 points of strength remaining, not gonna be able to do that much damage here. Really need to move you somehow. Ah, nice. God damn it. Where can I move you so that you can attack it, but it cannot attack you? The reinforcements with Ubin have been awesome, but I have kind of ruined the entire reinforcements. Let's try to move you over here. Give you the chance to attack. Fortunately, no more spare will points, so... Damn, that was brutal. Let's try to lower the strength. Damn it. We're down to our last two Varl. And I have no clear line of sight to attack. Seven points of armor left. 2 points of strength. That's pretty damn bad. Five points of strength. Yeah, that one is gonna be a trouble. Ability, yeah, we cannot really do that. 3 points of armor, so theoretically we should be able to start dishing out some serious damage here. 12 points. Beautiful. Yeah, he's not gonna be able to move somehow. Theoretically, Rook should be the one who finishes this off. Yeah, with that 1 point of strength, this is annoying. Adif is injured again. It's gonna take forever for him to follow through and reach any of these two. Can return fire. Which leaves the last stone thrower. Let's use those will points. Wow, this anchor seems to be like 60 times bigger than the Varl or the dredge who was using it. which is weird. So we have defeated ruins, so theoretically the walls should survive a bit longer. 2, 3, 4 injuries. Awesome. Let the tales tell that you, a humble hunter from a small forest town, stood against not one, but 2 Sunder. Now ruin lies dead at your feet. Dredge keep their distance as you limp back to the city. The people of Arberrang watch silently from behind walls, afraid to believe what they see. Suddenly cheers ring out around you, rising into chorus of adulation. Even if a few dour clansmen stare with hard eyes, most likely Ruggas loyalists. They are chanting your name, Adeve Griefs. You reply, only because they don't know yours yet. Rook, hours pass since the siege. You find Adeve on the ramparts looking out into the distance. The darkness sure seems a lot closer than before Ruin appeared. Listen, I've been meaning to ask you something, looking back at the last few days. Have I been acting too recklessly? No, of course not. I wish you would tell me before you take risks. No, I wouldn't have you any other way. You do seem to be taking charge lately. What's changed? I was hoping you wouldn't notice. I don't know. I guess it's about you. I try to care about everyone, but it's hard not to put you first in my heart. The thought of losing you now, I've never been regretted giving you the banner, but it's a struggle to stay silent. I feel like I'm the only one arguing with stubborn men for the greater good. If I dare show the same sort of confidence, well, they have words for women like that. It wears you down. Aren't we all fighting for the same thing? If Juno doesn't make it after everything we've been through, you hear that snuffle of large footsteps joining you. Hey Khan, nothing's changed. We'll deal with whatever comes. Uben, keep hope. Look at how many survived a Sunder today. Thanks to our efforts. Be glad for that. Rook, speak for yourself, Uben. How did you get the Horseborn tribes to leave Daladon? Oh, well, when you learn someone's language, you can speak to them, you see? Adif, I wish there were more like you, Uben. It's a long story, friends. A long story, but the short of it is that the Dredge are also in the south, as many as here. Rook, you look over the wall's edge where the Dredge have withdrawn with the absence of Run. They mill aimlessly. Bring every Sunder you've got. You stony bastards. Why just give up? They still got the numbers to overwhelm us. Adif, I'm not sure they were ever into this fight to begin with. Uben, I think we're all looking for some peace right now. Even the Dredge. Hey Khan, damn them. The silence is almost worse than the fighting. Rook, a few sounds slowly begin to take its place. A warbling moan that fills you with unease and makes your hair stand on end. Should we be worried about this? Says Rook. Adif, I don't know. They're just standing there. It's almost as if they're crying. Rook, this is worse. This is worse than the silence. Adif, maybe they're just feeling the pressure a little sooner than us. The darkness doesn't care whose side you're on. It looks like our party is approaching a godstone. I'm not really sure if we already seen this one because everything is warped. Look out, you bark. Bulwark has been gaining ground on the caravan since fleeing Strand, but now he's in full-on sprint. An axe flies toward Avon's head, flinging off Volka's shield at the last moment. Static crackles, bolts of lightning rip into the ground, tossing clouds of soot high into the air, but it clears to reveal no body. You can feel Bulwark watching malevolently from afar. Then his warped army turns, disappearing behind a hill. At least he seems to remember the sting, even huffs. Volka shakes her head, picking up the engraved axe Bulwark threw. This is a prized possession, made from his own horn. The only reason he threw it is because he thought he could end this here and now. She hangs the axe on her belt and stares out into the darkness. I'm more worried about Bulwark. I can't see that one eye can. Some of us still need to sleep, Volka blurs. Ain't Juno. You haven't rested since leaving Strand. If I know Bulwark, it's what he's waiting for. He's going to tire us out before bringing down the other axe. Juno replies, I cannot sense the warp approaching. We will rest little and lightly. The ravens chafe at being told what to do. Volka is clearly preparing to say something. Encourage a full rest, only a few sleeping at a time. Let Volka make the call. Support Juno and keep rest to a minimum. I'm not really sure here. I would probably go with oh man. But if we keep the rest to the minimum, our morale is gonna go down. If we go full rest, they're gonna catch up to us. Let's go with this. Count on an attack tonight, Volka says. You seek out a rocky outcropping that covers as much of your back as possible. Everyone but the lookout sleep now, she says. So we're rested when it comes. As Volka expected the warp to come, Bulwark is nowhere in sight, but you can't shake the feeling he's watching. So I'm really not a huge fan of using Spore in the engagement because it just never ends well. And if I can switch one of our menders out, it would be awesome. So let's try this. I really hate dealing with the warp forces. Ambush. Is anyone here surprised? Okay, now how the hell do I wanna... I feel like it would be smart to keep a Varl on the flanks. And I'm just gonna let them come closer. I see only one warped ranged attacker. Spears are gonna be troubling. What the hell is it doing again? God damn it. If they would move in so that we can use theoretically the lightning. Troll stones. Impassable shards on empty tile causes 1 strength damage to adjacent. Okay. If I would theoretically put it like here, it should deal some damage, but if I would go with the lightning, yeah, they're out of range. Let's just rest up, let them come close together and try to converge. Might allow us to then use the abilities a bit better. But here I'm gonna actually step out and initiate the assault, which of course is gonna have its ups and downs. Okay, hoping for lots of damage. That's pretty damn decent. Can we use the arc lightning because they are standing like that? Okay, no. How about if I were to move? Please just don't hit my forces. Hit these two. Okay, even the animation for the lightning did not show up. Not the best thing ever, but okay. Our Varl is taking lots of damage here. Not a huge fan of that. Let's see how much damage can we do. Damn it. The problem is that our other Varl has now obstructed access to this big guy. So let's remove the armor on the spearman. Or the warped spearman. I wanna keep dealing damage to this thing. But it has super high armor, and I really need to reduce it. Let's go nuts here. Arc lightning theoretically can be applied on these two. Not on here, and not in here. I'm not really sure if it has our reach that far. Let's go with Mend. It's gonna help out Ivor a bit. Even with 1 point of strength, it's dealing that much damage, huh? I don't like that they are converging on us so much and theoretically almost surrounding us. That is so creepy. 8, 10 points of strength. Beautiful. Plus damage to the adjacent unit. Please tell me you can kill this thing. They still have 1 warped Varl in their party. I'm quite sure we can use the arc lightning on these two. Hopefully it's not gonna actually damage my units. Beautiful. Let's kill this one. And theoretically you can move over here. Not really sure what are the chances he's not gonna dodge the second axe. But any damage we can deal to this big guy, I'll take it. It would be fun if he would be able to kill him using the ability. But that's a bit of a wishful thinking on my end. This stone thrower is almost dead. This one has 4 armor and 4 strength left. Unfortunately, our lovely Mender has taken damage. We have our charge or lightning, so theoretically should be able to cast it over here. Damn it, even Volka got injured by that. I need to be a bit more careful. Okay, let's see. Damn, beautiful. Real nice kill. Okay. What just happened? God damn, what the hell? Totally forgot about the reinforcement stuff. We are so not ready to survive whatever the hell this is. Especially since I have so many injured already. Really, I cannot even restore the will points. This is bad. This is super bad. Please tell me we can retreat or something. Okay, they have been able to gather up. Unfortunately, we are too damn far to do just about anything here, which sucks. It'd be nice if we can rest up, get some will points. We are gonna need them. It would be awesome if I can actually cast the lightning over here. It should do a bunch of damage. I don't think it's doing that much damage. That's bad. That's really bad. I want to put them together so that they have the shield wall. Yeah, there's no chance in hell I'm gonna be able to survive this thing. He's... yeah, not gonna be able to use that. Okay, nice attack there. That's horrible. Yeah, let's go see what you can do. This is just a nightmare waiting to happen, to be perfectly honest. I would have to stand away in order to use that. Let's see if we can kill this guy. Okay, might be able to use the lightning, however that's not gonna do that much damage. Yeah, I don't know why he was attacked with that thing too, but okay. Now maybe it's because they're crossed like this. Okay. And our last whirl is down. Not really sure if losing this battle means game over. I'm not really liking my odds here. 2 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is gonna be a massacre. There's probably one more attack on Hogan or Mogan and he's out. And our last unit is just waiting to get torn to pieces, especially with attack like that. Yep. So I'm not sure if I was supposed to like kill the first wave super fast and then not have to deal with the second wave, or I'm not really sure what the hell to think of this. But our entire party is now injured, which is just horrible. And I'm quite sure many of you would be able to defeat them and make me look like an idiot, but hey, these are not your professional walkthroughs at the end. Volka called it. When the warp came, they came hard. There's no doubt anymore that Bolverk has some kind of command over them. You come to not sure how anyone survived that battle. Juno remains where you saw her last, as if nothing had happened. Volka pulls herself onto her feet and comes stomping at you, dragging her shield heavily behind her. She doesn't look happy. Come on, I want to stop the episode already. Let's get something straight, Juno. You drag us out here as captives, and now Bolverk's trying to hunt us down and kill us. Do you see how messed up this is? And back there, you tried to give my ravens orders. Tell me again when we're allowed to rest. Go on, say it to my face. Everyone calm down, see nothing. Volka has a point. Everyone calm down. What would you have me do, Volka? Oh no, don't you dare pretend to be the reasonable one right now. Steam plumps from Volka's nostril like an angry ox, swirling through the cold air. I don't even want to hear your voice. The ravens are under my command, and if you want anyone watching your back instead of putting a knife... What if Ivor spoke on my behalf? Volka, you know what? That sounds like a great idea. Wait, how did I get dragged into this? You two need to find common ground. If it ends this bickering, I'll take charge. You need to find common ground. The only common ground is fixing this. After that, no promises. Really hope we're gonna camp out by that godstone.
The godstone ahead shimmers. It seems to hold some sway over the darkness somehow. Or maybe the darkness itself finds them distasteful.
A golden glow greets you at first warm when felt since entering the darkness. The shriveled woman and children huddle on the side of the godstone while a dredge sits on the other. The dredge has arranged a circle of obsidian stones around itself, and just outside that lie the bodies of a couple dead men. Ain't this a sight? Ollie grins. Then he frowns. I have a feeling this is about to become our problem. Ah, goddammit, game. Hilda. Praise the god, someone has finally come carrying a divine light. Ivor. Not exactly. Hilda. The mantrolly woman's face falls as she gets a better look at you. I know the crest. Ravens. Did you come all this way to rob us then? First we're stuck here with the slag castaway. The stone hurler stands within its ring of stones, warbling loudly as you approach the godstone. The old woman recoils in disgust. Alfram, Well, how interesting. This one is terrified of you, Ivor. Me? Why? How do you know that? Because she said so. Called you Destroyer. I'd heard of the Destroyer before, but I had no idea I was traveling with him. Is it really you? They speak of you like we do Bellower, though you're bigger. It's a misunderstanding. Where would you hear such a thing? All from traveling with the Valka, but you do not know where we all are headed. You are an interesting one, Ivor. We should talk more. Hilda, the old woman rejoins you again after a heated battle of whispers with her kin. She clears her throat. I am called Hilda. We came here to pray when the skies darkened. I guess I don't need to tell you we're only alive because of the Godstone and miracle, and they say the gods are dead. Then the slag came from nowhere, it attacked us, killed their husbands and mine as well. A right miserable sucker he was, but an injustice to be killed by this thing. She gestures rudely at the stone hurler. It makes a hissing sound like escaping steam. Quite filthy thing, says Hilda. You'll take us somewhere safe, surely. Surely you will. Elfram. The opposite. You don't want to go where we're going. Hilda. God's alive. Has everyone lost their minds? At least give us justice. Don't leave the slag alive to kill us and eat our children. We can do that much. Elfram, what's the dredge side of the story? Hilda bristles at the implication. Elfram taps her spear and the horns vibrate with a faint hum. The dredge sings a soft response. Elfram, she says they left her no choice but to defend herself. Stuck here same as them. Hilda, by the gods, we've been found by the only slag lovers in the dying world. She snatches something shiny from the hands of one of her king, moving it in front of you. This is what the ravens need, isn't it, you disgusting vultures? Family heirloom, worth more than it looks. Elfram, I say we just bring the stone hurler along with us, Ivor. She can obviously fight. You say it was terrified of me? Then she won't put up much of a struggle, will she? Hilda, what are you talking about? Kill it already, kill it! Enough, keep your trinkets and the dredge both. We're leaving. Convince the stone hurler... What the hell was that? Convince the stone hurler to come along, Elfram. It did slay all these men. We can't take the risk. I'll do as women ask. Well, let's take the stone hurler. Elfram speaks to the dredge again. It shows little emotion, but that may just be because it lacks facial expressions. Quite the motley crew you've gathered, Destroyer. Don't call me that. I'm serious. Hilda pockets the heirloom, offering only low curses, angry that the dredge lives on. And this is where we're gonna cut off the episode finally, because I have been yawning and trying to edit this all out and mispronouncing God knows how many words, so I think it's safe to say that doing Banner Saga in the evenings is a horrible idea, so I'm gonna try to do this at another time of a day if I will be able to. Anyhow, that is gonna be it for the third episode of the Banner Saga 3 here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel. If you did enjoy the episode, you know what to do, give it a like. If you have any tips for me, feel free to leave them in the comment section. For the love of God, please do not spoil the ending to me, because I have been covering the games for quite a while now, and if someone would do that in the comment section, I would be actually super angry. But other than that, I'm gonna wish you a pleasant rest of the day. Hopefully I will see you in the comment section. And until then, I'm gonna wish you a pleasant rest of the day. Stay safe out there and see you soon. Bye bye for now.